Hello again, this is Ben Hitchcock Cross talking to you today, and I'm gonna do this. I should have done it a while ago. When I first saw it over the weekend, this judge in Atlanta reading out the wrong verdict. And I mean that for me, the whole concept here is there's just two standards of um be standards of behavior here, one for the judge and one for everybody else. And you're gonna literally see that from what I can make out. So go for a little backup to the local news coverage.
This breaking news within the past hour and a half. A jury found a man not guilty of murdering a Fulton County deputy. Channel 2's Richard Elliott is live outside of the Fulton County Courthouse with how the judge in the case, Richard, actually misread that verdict at first.
Yeah, this all went down just before 4 o'clock this afternoon. It was one of the strangest endings to a trial I have ever seen in 40 years of covering trials. Alton Oliver on trial for the murder of Fulton County Deputy James Thomas Jr. Jury comes back in, hands the verdict form to the judge. Judge Henry Newkirk reads the verdict, only it wasn't the actual verdict. He misread it in open court. Here's some video of how it all unfolded.
The verdict, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty as to all 6 counts of the bill of indictment.
So now he thinks he's going to jail for the rest of the
Sheriff, will you please hand
for
this
murdering
to
a sheriff.
his counsel and pass it over to...
What?
Didn't I say not?
No.
Sorry. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty on all 6 counts.
And then, look. They shush him.
I apologize for my mispronunciation.
And he's laughing about it.
So again,
So I want to see that part again. Right? He makes the mistake. Everybody realizes that he makes the mistake in the public. The law there, the government is more worried about restraining the public than this.
Didn't I say not?
No.
Sorry. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty on all 6 counts. I apologize for my mispronunciation.
So again,
I don't know. To me, again, it's the one standard of behavior for the judge, and I don't think it's funny at all. I think it's pretty significant. It's pretty serious to go read out the wrong verdict. I mean, mistakes obviously happen, but it's also, I think, fair for the public to have some kind of negative reaction to the judge's misconduct, for lack of a better word there. And yet, here again, they're trying to now look, obviously this is a trial for the shooting of a deputy. I don't recall if he didn't make it or what happened. And obviously that's tragic, and there are frequently in trials of this kind people who want to express their feelings one way or the other, and the dignity of the court, is at stake here. I get that. But at the same time, it seems to me that the intent was to, I'd say, keep the judge from, I think, the democratic accountability that may have been appropriate there. I mean, one can see a situation where a murmur, a shock, right? You can't go protest a judge in the courtroom, but it is a line. It is a line. But there's still room for democratic scrutiny. There's still room for democratic criticism. It is a tough one there, but in my mind, and who knows how you're going to react. I think the worst optics of the whole thing is how the judge laughs at the end. It's pretty fundamental.
to State's Counsel and pass it over to.
Wait, what?
Didn't I say not?
No.
Sorry. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty on all 6 counts. I apologize for my mispronunciation.
So again, Alton Oliver found not guilty. He was acquitted of the murder of Fulton County Deputy James Thomas.
Again, if the judge has some negative consequences for it, and they won't be real consequences, they'll be, you know, some sort of public genuflection, but not actual punishment, I would assume. It's because it just looks bad, the cavalier nature of that apology and that sort of look on his face. It really just conveys the message that there's one standard for everybody else and another standard for him. That's why it looks bad. Again, everybody makes mistakes, but the judge is the person who's, saying it's not a mistake, it's a choice. How many times have we heard from Stephanie Boyd? How many times have we heard from John Stevens? How many times have we heard from Judge Middleton? Less so. But one could go on that it's not a mistake, it's a choice. And, we all know that if a mistake is when I choose to get somebody else's umbrella and I mistake it, a choice is when I choose to take it, knowing that I didn't come there with an umbrella. And that, I think, is what's so tough about this to digest. Is it's hard to have that attitude and condemn people to jail, for example, and to have the attitude, well, I'm sorry for my mistake. So those are my thoughts. Thanks for sticking with us. Keep you informed.